So now, this is Mini Dan 97. I'm going to have a look at the qualifying of the 2013 Bahrain Grand Prix. So a little interesting fact here that I got off the BBC was that nobody has ever won the Bahrain Grand Prix without starting in the first two rows. So more or less, in this qualifying, if you don't finish in the top four, you haven't really got much of a chance. So in Q1, Rosberg took the early lead with a 133.3. However, soon after, Alonso smashed that, making her a 132.8. So you can see there's a 4 to 5 point, or 0.4 to 5 second gap in between Alonso and Rosberg. And the thing is, Alonso seemed to do this on the hard tyres. The medium tyres seem to be slightly faster in the practice sessions, yet in the qualifying sessions, nobody seemed to be matching Alonso's pace on the medium tyres. And the fastest, with only a couple of minutes to go in Q1, the fastest I found was Vettel. And he only came a 0.4 off on the medium tyres, which are meant to be the faster tyres. But then at the very end, there was quite a bit of a scrabble at the back of the grid. So he was going through to Q2. And unfortunately, Maldonado, one of the more experienced drivers now, got knocked out at the very end. Very unlucky for Maldonado. And in Q1, we lost Maldonado, Gutierrez, Charles Pic, Bianchi, Van der Garde, and then down in last, Max Chilton. I had so much hope for this driver at the very start of the season, but his hopes are just draining away at the moment. He's been able to get alright finishes, but his qualifying just hasn't been up to scratch recently. Q2 then started, and quite early on, Paul di Resta, who's been showing great form right the way through practices, took an early lead on the medium tyres, which were meant to be the faster tyres, with a 133.33. So that's a lot of threes there. But then soon after that, Alonso came in and just took it off him by literally a fraction, with a time of a 133.31. So literally 0.2 of a second in that, not very much at all. However, then Rosberg came in and smashed Alonso by nearly half a second, which is quite impressive. And I think the Mercedes are really doing well at the moment. Oh, Vettel then came in and took the top place with a 132.7. So you can tell these lap times are just getting faster and faster at the moment. And then again, as the clock hit 0, there was a last scrabble to see who was going to get into Q2, with Button just tipping Grosjean with a 133.7. Then Raikkonen knocking down, he came in 9th. Then Raikkonen coming in 4th, knocking Button down to 10th and Grosjean out with a 133.1. And then Perez just not doing enough. Perez again, the Mercedes not being too impressive recently. Perez getting a 133.9, putting him in 12th. And so at the end of Q2, we lost Grosjean in 11th, Perez in 12th, Ricciardo in 13th, Hulkenberg in 14th, Vettel Bottas 15th. Bottas at the moment doing really well out of the new drivers. I've got high hopes for him this season. And Jean-Eric Vergne in 16th. And then in Q3, first person to set a lap time was Paul di Resta with a 133.3. So obviously, lap times are just getting quicker at the moment. And then Rosberg just came in and took that off him with a 132.5. So taking 0.08 of a second off it. Hamilton then came in and made it a Mercedes 1-2 with a 132.7. However, Alonso soon came in after that with a 132.6, splitting the Mercedes. And obviously, the clock runs down, everybody's in a panic, and starts just putting in lap times. Webber then put in a lap time of a 133 dead on, moving Paul di Resta down into 5th. And then Suttle coming in, taking his teammate down to 6th with a 133.2. Raikkonen then came along and split up the two Force Indias, moving Paul di Resta down to 7th. Although then he put in a cracking lap time of 1:33.2, moving Suttil down to 6th and Raikkonen down to 7th. Rosberg then came in, set a new fastest lap of a 1:32.3, and then Vettel shortly after him came in and came second with a 1:32.5. Massa then came in 6th with a 1:33.2, and then Button didn't even bother putting a lap time in, so automatically comes 10th. However, I'll give you the full qualifying at the moment now. So in first, on pole position, is Nico Rosberg. Mercedes doing brilliantly this season. Second is Sebastian Vettel. Third, Fernando Alonso. Fourth, Hamilton. Fifth, Webber. Sixth, Massa. Seventh, Paul di Resta. Eighth, Adrian Suttil. Ninth, Kimi Raikkonen. And 10th, Jenson Button. That comes up to the top 10. 11th was Grosjean. 12th, Perez. Ricciardo, Hulkenberg, Bottas to the 15th. Bottas leading a brilliant first season here. 16th, John-Eric Verne. 17th, Pastor Maldonado. 18th, Gutierrez. 19th, Charles Pic. 20th, Bianchi. 21st, Van der Garde. And 22nd, poor old Max Chilton at the very back. However, do not forget that from last race, we had a 3 grid penalty for Webber, moving Webber down to 8th, meaning that Massa gets 6th, Paul di Resta gets 7th, and Adrian Suttil gets 8th. And also, Gutierrez gets the 5th place grid penalty, moving him down straight to 22nd, meaning Charles Pic comes to 18th, Bianchi comes to 19th, Van der Garde comes to 20th, and Max Chilton isn't on the back, bringing him up to 21st. And also, because of a gearbox change, and because of the suspension problem he had, I assume, even though Hamilton qualified P4, he dropped 5 places down to P5, down to P9, because of that gearbox change. And so that is it. I will put another video on soon with the race when it comes out. So thank you for watching. Please like, comment and subscribe. And goodbye for another video.